What's up, y'all? Try this again. I'm gonna try this again. This is my third time going live, y'all. Hopefully we get an alert this time. What's up, everybody? I see 3 people watching. I still didn't get no alert. So I try to go live, y'all. I'm gonna keep this video up. So when y'all come on here, y'all notice I tried to go live. So Michigan did not get that 6-7 pair, y'all. Michigan got 7-4-9. So that pattern we did today, Michigan didn't go this route with the 6-3. But they gave us 6-3 in a different language. But I try to come back on, y'all, to talk about pattern number 2. This pattern number 2. What I was sharing with y'all. But I'm gonna wait to go over this tomorrow. Well, no, tomorrow I'm exercising tomorrow. So tomorrow morning I'm going to exercise. And I want to talk about California hit as well. Today when we was on live, California, we said California can get 876 or California could get an 896. We just went live today, y'all.
We're hiding $1 million home somewhere on the Redfin app.
Look what California did today.
It's yours. Clues drop February 8th during the big game.
Look what California hit.
Clues.
896.
Download and update the Redfin app.
Look what California hit. 896. Look at California. Look at that 896. Look how we had 896, y'all. Look at that straight hit. Earlier today in my live, I gave out 2 numbers. I said California can hit the 876 or the 896. What's going on, y'all? I don't see none of my members in here. I don't see none of my members in here. I see a lot of new members, y'all. So let me look at Florida. Actually, let me look at Connecticut. Connecticut 894-496. 894. Let me look at Florida. Oh, that's the 89 in a different language. Look at New Jersey. I don't see none of my members, y'all. But I'm going to keep this video up to let them know I did stop by. Let y'all know I stopped by. I don't see none of my members on here. I see 19 people on here. So they still didn't hit yet. All right, I'm about to go, y'all. I don't see none of my people on here. I guess YouTube not sending out the alerts, my friend. So I don't see none of my people on here. I'll go talk about what we went over today, y'all. So I'm gonna let y'all know, my lottery players, I'm going live tomorrow. I am going to be working out. So I'm gonna have to do the lottery tomorrow. Kivo, what up, bro? I'm not even getting no alert, bro. None of my people. I'm in the hole. I'm somewhere else, bro. I'm trying to wait till my people come on. I'm assuming I went live too many times today. I don't know. Hey, Kivo. Look, Kivo. Man, YouTube be playing. Today, when I went over California, we did this little pattern. I was like, California could get an 876 or California could get an 896. Look what they got today midday, bro. Look what California got. 896. Look at that joker, straight like that. Debbie Lynn. Okay, here go Debbie Lynn. There go Debbie Lynn. But look, Kivo. Look at this. North Carolina hit. Ohio hit. So when we was doing this, I found out how to get the right number. So we don't have to play all this. So I found a pattern how to investigate to get the right number. So early today, when we went over Florida looking for 873 and 893. New Jersey looking for 754 and 756. But we wanted the research. But from the research, look what happened today. This flawless, y'all. Real talk, y'all. That joker hit. But this is a new pattern, y'all. All we doing is researching, y'all. No, it hit today. But what it is, we wait till your state get a one in a draw. Hey, if you knew, man, you go be confused, bro. You just have to go watch my video. You're going to be confused. Heck yeah. My boy said, pay attention. You say, yeah, work. It's just a basic pattern. I'm trying to figure out where my people at. Hey, look. So, hey, Kivo, anybody that's a YouTuber, hey, y'all don't kind of get frustrated like when they don't send out the alerts. Y'all don't kind of get frustrated. Like Kivo, I hate when I be on live and it be 5 people on here, but 1 like, and then nobody say nothing. I know you be like, what the hell? And then I ain't gonna say it'll mess you up, and you'll be feeling some type of way like, what the hell? I'm trying to do something positive, and they not even pushing this video out. I'm not talking about the law. I'm just talking about as far as exercising, y'all. Then you got the trolls want to come and start talking shit. I get you, bro. Right, I get you. I'm like, damn, bro. I mean, how can you just come on somebody live, y'all, and just watch them, my friend, and then try to talk about them? Oh, that's what's up, bro. Right now, they got me somewhere else, bro. A lot of y'all, I'm looking at a lot of new names, but this how the YouTube works. Hey, Kivo, y'all from North Carolina. Kivo, I'm gonna set all my bros up. Y'all gonna get y'all a hit, though. I know y'all don't play the lottery, bro. But if we know what we know, we know what we know. You know what I'm talking about? It ain't really gambling, but it's still gambling, y'all. Today it was cutting off and on through your video when you were live. Y'all, if you know why, Miss Debbie, because I've been using my see, this is my real phone. So I've been using my other phone that's connected to my Wi-Fi. Kivo, you say your mom play, bro. Oh, man, I ain't even know. Man, I got to tell all my people, my friend, if y'all got any of y'all people that play lottery, man, let me know, y'all. I got to let my calisthenic bros know, like, because some be saying my sister be playing. No, if your sister play, give her these numbers. For real. See, we about to be on a different level right now. See, right now we still research. We're not gonna let this pass. I know you from North Carolina. This would have, I ain't gonna say easy money from mine, but it's that easy change. Oh, we good now, Kiva. I got you. Now I know what's going on. I know what's going on. Miss Shauna, what's going on? See, look, that's why I'm glad I kind of waited. Everybody must go come in at one. I'm gonna say if everybody go come in like 10 minutes. Miss Shauna, did you get an alert? See, while y'all here, look, y'all, I ain't gonna even waste y'all time. Look, this what I was sharing, y'all. Look. So I was wrong today in Michigan. We was wrong today in midday. Wow, okay. So look, y'all, I was doing the pattern earlier. When I was breaking down, look, y'all, I was breaking down 926, 932, and 958. Earlier today on video 1, on part 1 video, I was teaching them like when the 9 is in the front, we do a pattern when we put triple ones. The first row we add, the second we subtract, and the third row we add. So we did a particular pattern for this. So I gave them the winning number for this right here, my friends. So CT and Tri-State got a 9. Connecticut got 984 today. And Tri-State got 904. So today in the first video, part 1 video, we're going to apply this new pattern to Connecticut and Tri-State. So meaning this, y'all, whenever a number 9 come in y'all state, Whenever 9 is in the front and it come to y'all state, y'all can apply this pattern to y'all state. Everybody follow me. So when I do a pattern, y'all, this pattern for all state. Whatever I do for my state, you apply it in your state. This was the example, y'all. All I did was plot this workout to these two states. That's pattern 1. So I told them this, y'all. So I did a whole, look, I did this pattern 2. I'm using the same numbers. But this particular pattern, I broke inside the 6 and the 1 to get the answer. I broke into 2 and the 1 to get the answer. I broke into 8 and 1 to get this answer. So watch this. I'm using the same number. Instead of me using the 6 and the 1, I'm gonna use the 6 and the 7 to get the answer. Y'all get where I'm coming from. So when I played the lottery, on one number, I can do multiple patterns on one number to try to hit the lottery, y'all. And every time I do a pattern, every pattern didn't hit, y'all. It was times I did 2 patterns, one of them hit and the other one didn't hit. It was times I did 2 patterns when neither one of them didn't hit. It was times I did both patterns when both of them hit. Are y'all following me, my friend? But all we do is the assignment, y'all. I don't control the balls. At times I can't tell y'all when it's going to come. But when we do this pattern can take up to 2 to 3 days, y'all. So this is pattern 2. This particular pattern, right? Here go the winning numbers, y'all, that fell behind 926. This came out in the next day, 749. 258 came out in 2 days. 285 came out in 3 days. And 856 came out in 5 days after this number. So all I'm about to do is find a pattern, y'all. This is going to let me know the up and coming numbers, y'all. So all I'm going to do is, this is my example. This is what Connecticut got today. So all I'm going to do is, for my example, I'm going to apply these 2 states with my examples to get the winning numbers, y'all. Are y'all with me? So the first step I did, again, y'all, when I do this, I'm on y'all side. Yes, the lottery can be tricky, y'all. That's why I'm here to help y'all because I'm taking the trickiness out, my friends. Are y'all with me? Texas got 908 today, evening. So Miss Debbie Lynn, I'm going to put Texas in the forecast. All y'all have to do, go watch part 1 video. Once y'all watch part 1 video, y'all gonna know what to do. But I'm gonna give you a demonstrate. I'm gonna demonstrate first. This is pattern 2. The first step I did, y'all, before I start, okay, Georgia got 926. All I did was put triple ones under 926. And this is my method when I do the plus, minus, plus. Meaning the first row, 9 plus 1 is 10. The second row, 2 take away 1 is 1. The third row, 6 plus 1 is 7. I don't know what made me do this, y'all. All I did was created a playbook, and this playbook worked. Are y'all with me? So some of y'all asking how I got this. I just created this, my friend. What's up, Miss Bonner? So I put triple ones under 926. I put triple ones under 932. I put triple ones under 953. And my next step is this. Now, this is my rundown. I have to break inside my rundown. The lottery didn't show me this. No books didn't show me this. I had to break inside this. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to look at the 6 and I'm going to look at the 7. Earlier today, y'all, I asked the question. I said, what's 6 plus 7? Somebody told me 13. So I put 13 on the side. Right? Simon says I'm going to do the same thing with 932. 2 plus 3 equals 5. So I put the 5 on the side. Here's the last example. 958. I did the exact same thing. 8 plus 9 is 17. So this is pattern 2, y'all. So look, after this 932, in 3 days, they got 978. After 932, in 4 days, they got 874. 958. After 958, in 2 days, they got 598. Look at that repeat. Are y'all with me so far? I'm going to continue. So the first step I'm going to do, my friends. Look at this number that came out the next day, 739. What's the 13, y'all? Ain't 4 plus 9 is 13? Y'all get what I'm doing? What's 5 plus 8? That represents 13, right? What's 8 plus 5? That represents 13, right? What's 8 plus 5? That represents 13. So watch this, y'all. Before we start this off, you see how we got the answer so far? We already know that by breaking this down, whatever that total is, we have to get this sum within 2 or 3 days. Are y'all walking down this path with me so far? What's up, Benny? Y'all follow me so far, right? We still didn't get the answer yet, y'all. I just want y'all to walk down this path with me. So the first step, I'm going to add the last number, and I'm going to add the last number to the bottom, and I'm going to add the last number to the top. Okay, we're going to want a chord. So look right here. We did the same thing. 2 plus 3 is 5. But watch this, y'all. We didn't get none that represent 5. But 15 is a 5. I know this one is a little tricky, y'all. Just walk down this path with me. But you see how this is a double-digit number, and this is a single digit? So whenever we do this, we're going to have to turn a single-digit number to a double-digit number. Instead of saying 5, we're going to say 15. That's why they got that 7-8 pair. 7 plus 8 is 15. Are y'all following me so far?
To win it, you just have to find it first on the record.
This the only one that look tricky, y'all.
Download and update the Redfin app by February 8th.
And I'm asking questions so we be on one accord, y'all. Okay, y'all got it. Look right here, y'all. What's 8 plus 9? So that's the right answer, right? Talk to me, y'all. I'm going somewhere with this. This is the pattern with the number 9 is in the front. Thank you, Benny. Thank you, Miss Bonner. Really, real appreciate you. Thank you. I'm just making sure we on one accord, y'all. And right now, y'all, if it's still tricky to y'all, it's supposed to be tricky to y'all. Give me about 3 or 4 days when we constantly go over this. It's going to open y'all eyes. So let me continue this. That's why we got an 8-9 pair. So I'm going to put that 1 right there. So my next step is this, y'all. So watch this. We already know that by breaking this down that we need a 13 pair. So earlier today in my video, I was saying, y'all know how them groupies been like a double can bring a double or a series can bring a series. That's not the lottery, y'all, because it's a lot of series. I can do this all day, y'all. A 13 could bring a 13 pair. One, I'm right. I was right, one of y'all. If I do this problem and tell y'all, hey, y'all, we need a 13 pair within 2 or 3 days. If we get a 13 pair, that means I was right? But that's bootleg. That's weak as hell. Me being right and me hitting, it's 2 different things, y'all. I can be right all day, but what about me hitting that number, y'all? 2 different things, my friend. So the whole thing, if I know a 13 could bring a 13 pair, Which one? If we be saying a double can bring a double or a series can bring a series, which one? Which one it can bring then? Somebody say, hey, I played Michigan and I didn't win. Okay, let me ask you a question. What that mean? When you came on a video, you said, I played Michigan and I didn't win. What that's supposed to mean, my friend? Not to say it like that. I told you, I don't really kind of like that when a person come and we do something and then it don't hit. The first thing you be like, I played that in Michigan and it didn't hit. Did you watch the whole video? In the video, this is what we said. I said, y'all, we're going to take a gamble on such and such. I don't need no one to come back and tell me we didn't hit that number. Don't do that, my friend. We talking about a whole different lesson right here. And we already talked about that earlier. Don't do that, y'all. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. So back to this, y'all. Please don't do that. That's kind of disrespectful, y'all. When you came to my class earlier, we talked about this earlier. We said we all go take a gamble. No one had to remind me about no numbers, my friends. So our job is to figure out how did we get this 13, y'all? How did they get this 13 pair? Y'all follow me? Y'all follow me? Look at this. Six plus 3. Watch this. 2. Let me do this so we know. Y'all see how I'm breaking this out the system? 6 plus 3 is 9. What's 13 take away 9? Y'all feeling me? Are y'all with me? Are y'all with me? Thank y'all, Miss Bonnie, y'all. Thank y'all. So Miss Shauna, y'all, look at this. We're going to do the same thing. We took that 6 and that 3. I'm going to do the same thing. 2 plus 5. 2 plus 5. So all I'm going to do is 2 plus 5. 2 plus 5 equals 7. You see how we said 13 take away 9 gave us a 4. What if I do the same thing? What's 15 take away 7? Y'all see that? Come on, I hope y'all follow me, y'all. Don't y'all see how we getting the right answer, y'all? Where we don't have to play a bunch of numbers. And then after I do this, we get the third number. We go crawl before we walk. I just want y'all to see the basic. See, this is different from this. These two different patterns, y'all. You see when I did this, we got the right number. Y'all see when we did this, we got the right number. See, these is two different patterns, y'all. I broke inside the 6-1, not the 6-7. The brown is the 6-1. Look at this. Are y'all following me? And Miss Shauna, y'all, we about to get back. Just I'm about to talk to y'all, Miss Shauna. So, Miss Shauna, hey y'all, when we went over Michigan earlier today, right? Look, Miss Debbie Lynn, when we went over Michigan today, we was looking at the pattern. So we was like, damn, Michigan got a 6-3 the second draw. Michigan got a 6-3 the second draw. Michigan got a 6-3. So the first thing we said was, hey y'all, we gonna take a gamble and see if Michigan go get a 6-3. So we did some more research. So we broke inside that 6-3 and said Michigan need a 6-3, a 6-1, a 6-8. So today we said Michigan need a 6-7. Right? So when we broke it down, what did Michigan get today, y'all? I'm going to get back to the lesson. Just to let y'all know what's going on, my friend. Here go Michigan. Michigan got 4, 9, 7. So watch this, y'all. So I'm about to ask y'all a question, y'all. Then we get a 6, 7. And when on my video today, I told y'all, I said, y'all know what? I'm exposing myself. I hate when I do this. I'm not going to always say they're going to switch. I was exposing myself, my friends. But I want to share something with y'all. When y'all look at this, hey, y'all, what is a 4-9? Miss Shauna, y'all, what's a 4-9, y'all? Look right here. See, this is this. Y'all see where it says 6-4 equals a 9? A 6-9 equals a 4. Hey, y'all, what is a 4-9? Can everybody see this? Everybody see it, right? A 4-9 can represent a 6. So watch this, y'all. When Michigan got 4-9-7, what did they do with my number, y'all? What they do with that 6? Then they flip that 6 to a 4-9. So I know what they did today to my lottery number, y'all. Y'all know how many people played the 6-7 pair? Are y'all with me? I know what they did with this, y'all. Today when I was on live, I said, hey, y'all, I'm exposing myself. I'm showing them what I know, y'all. So every time I go live and do this, I know it's the possibilities, what they can do. But all I know is when I looked at this number, I know that was the right answer, but it's not the right answer. They went on the other side. We have no control when they went on the other side, y'all. And then we just took not a guess. We just did some fast researching, my friend. But we was on the right track. No control when they flipped that 4-9 to that 6. Are y'all following me? That's the lottery system, y'all. I told y'all when I played the lottery, if I was to lose and they was to do something to the number, I can look at this. I wouldn't get mad. This is something I can't do. I can't do nothing about that. If I played the lottery and I spent a lot of money and this happened, I can't really get upset. I know, y'all. So that's why I said that, my friend. I don't like when a person come back and be like, man, that's like a person saying, man, you told me to play them numbers, man, and they didn't even hit. Man, you told me to play those numbers and they didn't even hit. No, that's not what I said. I'm about to tell y'all this. I don't even know if that member's still on here, y'all. See, certain people may feel like I was mean to them. No, I kept it real with y'all. I kept it real, y'all. You come to class to learn. So then we get the right answer. We got the right pair. Look at this. 8 plus 7. Now look at this. You can't say 17 take away 5. You see how we said 13 take away 9 is 4? You see how we said 15 take away 7 equals 8? We don't do 17 take away 5 equals such and such. Y'all know what they did? The lottery so all code, instead of them saying 17 take away that, they broke inside that 17. All they did was, what's a 17? 8 plus 9. That's why they brought their whole answer. Y'all see the lottery? They out code, ain't they? Miss Helen, 3 L's. Look, listen, and learn.
And I'm the CEO of Baskin Co. I'm also a licensed nurse practitioner. Baskin Co.
Heck yeah. But what it was, Benny, they kind of got caught up because what I showed them earlier. But they didn't really listen to the words that's coming out of my mouth. I was like, hey, y'all, we taking a gamble. If any of y'all was on my first video, didn't y'all hear me say that? Hey, y'all, we taking a gamble on 6'3". Excuse me, that was rude. And we automatically know when we take gambles what can happen. But the whole thing, we only had like 3 numbers. 671, 670, 679, 674.
That has allowed them to trust our products and trust our brand.
So watch this, y'all. I want y'all to go back and watch the first video. So watch this. This tri-state. So I'm about to do this, y'all. I'm going to call this pattern 2. So I'm going to do pattern 2 for y'all. Okay, look. Connecticut got 984. Tri-State got 904. Miss Debbie Lynn, what did Texas get? I'm about to do Texas as well. What did Texas get? Southern Girl, what's up, Southern Girl? What up? So all we're about to do, y'all, all we're about to do is let's apply pattern 2 to these 3 states. Are y'all ready? This how y'all research. I came to Deion Staley class, and all I'm gonna do is use his 3 examples on my state. First thing I'm gonna do. Plus, minus, plus. Put the triple ones. 9 plus 1 is 10. 8 take away 1 is 7. 4 plus 1 is 5. I'm going to go down yonder. Plus, minus, plus. 10, 1, 5. Ten, 1, 9. So y'all follow me, right? And all I'm going to do is the first step. We color that 6 and that 7. So the first step, I'm going to color this 4 and that 5. I'm going to color this 4. Hold on, my battery's about to die. Five. 8. 9. I'm following the right. I'm doing exactly what Deion State did. So the next step, he said 6 plus 7 is 13. He said 2 plus 5 is 2 plus 3 is 5, but we turned that 5 to a 15 because we want to see double digit numbers. And then we said 8 plus 9 is 17. So I'm gonna follow direction. So he said 5 plus 9 is 9. Damn. Which that can represent. I'm stuck with that 9. Damn, that can be a 19, huh? I'm stuck with this 9. And then 8 plus 9 is 17. Texas look just like Texas look just like Georgia. This is the example for Georgia. A 9-8 pair family. A 9-8 pair family. Y'all follow me so far? Y'all follow me so far, right? Okay. We added the top number to the total. The top number to the total. Top number to the total. Because we need the 13 pair. We need a 15 pair. We need a 17 pair. Y'all know what this makes it so tricky? Because there's no such thing as no 19 pair. Unless it's the 1-9. So I think I don't know if we're going to turn this into a 19. I think a 9 is just a flat out 9. That's why we go research. That's why we go wait and see what happened in a couple of days. Are y'all following me? That doesn't mean we're supposed to go out there and play this. We researching. We're going to add 9, 4 plus 9. 4 plus 9 is 13. Did I just confuse y'all? Because I really don't want to do these two yet. Because I really want to see what's going to happen with this 9. I know they're not turning this into no 19. I know they're going to use a 9. So I really want to sit back and see what happened, y'all, with pattern 2. So look, y'all. Look. How many of y'all on here knew, y'all? How many people on here knew? This is what I'm about to do. This is what I'm about to do right quick. This is what I'm about to do. This is what I'm about to do. I got a little time. I'm about to leave in a minute, but I have a little bit of time. Hey, Miss Tony, y'all. Hey, Miss Tony. Miss Tony. Hey, y'all remember that check? Look at these 2 checks. When we did California, when I did Florida. Hey, y'all, can I get some flames? Hey, y'all, look at California, midday. Let me get some flames right quick. Look at California midday. Look at the 2 numbers, y'all. That's straight like a mother's cruncher, ain't it? You remember I put a check by 876, and then I put a check by 896. Y'all remember? And then we did Florida. All we doing is waiting, y'all. Florida, don't get caught up trying to put this on Betting Sports because that happened. We still researching, y'all. Y'all, we still waiting on New Jersey. I ain't tripping, y'all. You remember I told y'all it could take 2 to 3 days. But as long as we got the right number, it can take a week. Ooh, that's nasty. That is nasty to the extreme. Now watch this, y'all. No, we still waiting on Florida. And Abundance, what up, bro? What's up, bro? So matter of fact, since I see bro, hey, Abundance, bro, you getting gangs, bro. Abundance, you getting gangs, bro. That's crazy, bro. Oh, that video, man, man, that pump was crazy, bro. I'm like, bro, getting big in the mud, bro. Like, damn, bro, gangs getting crazy. We gotta let this arm heal. That I ain't gonna say motivate because we automatically supposed to already be motivated to work out, but that's like that'll push it, brother. Like, bro, got them gangs. So look. Miss Tony, don't write nothing, Miss Tony, not you. Miss Tony, don't write nothing. But I need somebody to give me a 3-digit with a number 9 in the front. I need a 3-digit with the number 9 leading. The first 3-digit that I see, I'm going to give y'all an example, y'all. I'm going to do pattern 1 and pattern 2 so y'all can get an understanding, my friend. It got to have a 9 in the front. The first one, okay, there you go right there. 946. Oh, hell yeah, bro. Yeah, you got them gangs, bro. Like, bro was like, whoa. I'm like, whoa. And then that workout you was doing. I'm like, oh, yeah, you see bro putting in work. You can see the gangs for real. That's what I was saying, bro. Not to knock none of us who be working out. But a lot of y'all hear what I'm saying, y'all. Y'all hear me saying us. A lot of us be doing a lot of these reps, but we not really showing. Like when we doing all these reps, your work's supposed to show for it. You get where I'm coming from? Yeah, you can see it, bro. You can see the gangs. All right, so we about to use 946. All I'm going to do is apply what we did earlier today. And all I'm going to do is put it next to the example. I'm going to put 946. I'm going to add. I'm going to subtract. I'm going to add. I'm going to put my triple ones in the forecast. The first one, 9 plus 1 is 10. The second one, I'm going to say 4 take away 1 is 3. And then the third one, I'm going to say 6 plus 1 is 7. So Texas will be like 958 workout. Hustle, what up? Hustle getting gains too. All the bros getting gains, real talk. I can see all y'all get with the gains. I see all y'all with the gains, real talk. What up, Chuck? So this is what I'm about to do, y'all. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the example next to it, y'all. I'm gonna put 926. This example. So I went to Deion Staley class and my state got this today. And he told us this is a pattern with the 9 in the front. So my state got a 9 in the front today. I know this is a made up number, y'all. So all I'm going to do is put 926. I'm going to add, subtract, and add. I'm going to put the triple ones in the forecast. 9 plus 1 is 10. 2 take away 1 is 1. 6 plus 1 is 7. So with this pattern, the first thing we did was this, y'all. I call this the doo-doo brown. So we had to break inside the 6 and the 1. So here go an example. We're going to break inside the 6 and the 1. I call this pattern 1, y'all. I call this pattern 1. So what it is, so when I did the 6 and the 1, the first step I did was, you see how I have the arrow? So right here, I'm going to put this arrow. So the first thing I'm going to do is, I'm going to say 6 plus 1. I'm sorry, 7 plus 1. That's why I put this to the side right here. I said 7 plus 1. Right here. 7 plus 1. That's why that look like this, y'all. I put this arrow to let y'all know that we're using this 7 plus 1 equals 8. Are y'all with me? So this 8 is the right answer, y'all. I'm sorry, we right here. Are y'all with me? So look, I hope I'm not losing y'all. Everybody follow me so far. Y'all know how I got this 8, right? I said 7 plus 1 equals 8. We got that, right? And all I'm gonna do is circle this. This is one of my answers. Okay, we on the same page, right? This is one of my answers, right? 8. So my next step is this, y'all. I'm looking at this Doodoo Brown 16. I don't do this, y'all. I don't say 16 take away 8 is 8. When I studied the lottery, they don't never really say 16 take away 8 is the 8. When I see a 16 and I see an 8, I normally do this, y'all. How many times 8 going to 16? How many times 8 going to 16, y'all? Appreciate y'all for getting the trolls. Which y'all already know the answer, y'all. Thank y'all. 8 going to 16 2 times. And look, y'all, if this y'all first time looking at this, and y'all be like, damn, that's a lot. It's supposed to look tricky to y'all. But once we constantly keep going over this, it's going to open y'all eyes. So look, y'all, this is telling me that a 9, 2, 6 can bring an 8, 2 pair within 2 and 3 days. So let's go back and research. Let's go check the board. So when we check the board, look, the next day, they got 258, y'all. They got 258. I'm gonna write 258. Look, in 2 days, they got 285 and they got 280. I'm gonna write this down. 285 and 280. So look at this. So this was right. Y'all see how we doing this before the lottery come out? Come on, y'all. Y'all follow me. Y'all see how we getting the right answer before the draw? So watch this, y'all. Let's apply this same routine. Let's apply this same method to this. I hope y'all are getting me so far. So this is the new pattern. I'm gonna color the 6 and the 1. I'm gonna color the 6 and the 1. Right? I'm gonna color the 6 and the 1, right? So my first step, I'm gonna put that arrow right here. I gotta add this 1 plus 7. So I'm gonna say 7 plus 1 equals 8. So this looks like similar to this one. So all I'm gonna do is put the 8. I'm gonna do the same thing. 8 going to 16 2 times. So this telling me this pair gonna need an 8, 2 pair. Are y'all with me? But watch this, y'all. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Let me do another example. 9, 3, 2. I'm about to do it again for y'all. Watch me one more time, y'all. We don't care about the third number, y'all. We don't care about the third number now. Just watch this. Simon says I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna put 9, 3, 1. I'm gonna add, I'm gonna subtract, and I'm gonna add. I'm gonna put my triple ones in the forecast. This is called a pattern with the 9 in the front. With the 9 in the front. I know I can do every number, but we go crawl before we walk. 9 plus 1 is 10. So every time we do this pattern, 10 should be the first one. A number 10 should be the first one. Y'all get where I'm coming from? Hell yeah, y'all do. 3 take away 1. It's 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. So the first thing we're going to do, here go to Doodoo Brown. Just think about when you do pattern 1, just think about Doodoo Brown. I don't have to color this, but I just want this to be noticeable, y'all. So the next step, we're going to draw that arrow under the last number, that 3. Because we got to add 3 plus 1 to get that first number, y'all. The first winning number. 3 plus 1 equals 4. So I know the 4 is the king. Right? So what happened right here anyway? Right. So my next step. Look, y'all, it's legal to do 12 take away 4. Don't y'all agree? It's legal. We can do 12 take away 4. That make a whole lot of sense. See, the whole thing is this, y'all. Let me rewind this. The whole thing is this. You see how I got this Doodoo Brown 16? A 16 could bring a 16 pair. That's nasty, ain't it, y'all? Now watch this. I can prove this, y'all. Watch this. This is a proven fact. Watch. Watch. Y'all remember I told y'all how group leaders be saying a series could bring a series, a doubles can bring a doubles. Okay, if a series could bring a series, tell me which one then. I'm waiting. If you telling me a double can bring a double and a series can bring a series, which one? Watch this, y'all. I can do this all day. A 16 could bring a 16 pair. You get where I'm coming from? Look, let me go to the example. A 16 could bring a 16 pair. Watch this. A 12 could bring a 12 pair. A 18 could bring an 18 pair, right? So watch this. I can do this all day, y'all. A 16 can bring a 16. Which one? That's why we doing this. That's why this 8-2. That's why this 16 triggered that 8-2. Because 8 times 2 is 16. Y'all get where I'm coming from? Hold on, let me keep going because I'm talking so much. Let me keep going. Look right here. So this let me know that we got to get a 12 pair. What's a 16 pair? A 9, 7, 8 plus 8, and 8 times 2 is 16. So look at this, y'all. I can do this all day. I can tell y'all, hey, y'all, we need a 16 pair. Okay, D-Wiz, if we need a 16 pair, which one? I had to take it to the next level in order for me to win the lottery. I know that a 16 could bring a 16 pair. Who want to be playing all these numbers? I don't want to play all these mother scrunching numbers because it's going to cost a lot of money. And by the time I hit, I'm only going to win $10. No, if I'm doing all this researching and studying, I want to see some money. Are y'all with me? So watch this, my friend. That's why we doing this, Miss Catherine, because we got the right answer. They telling us which one. Look at this. See, we don't do 16 take away 8. Look. 8 times 2 is 16. Look, y'all. What's 7 times 2? 14. Watch this, y'all. What's 6 times 2? 12. Y'all see how I had to study the lottery to know this? I told you when I was playing the lottery, when I started noticing they was multiplying and divide, I'm like, hold on. One day we got a 12 and they brought a 6-2 pair the next day. Or we got a 6-2 pair and they got a 12. One day I saw we had a 7-2 and then they brought a 14 the next draw. Or we got a 14 one day and then we got a 7-2 the next draw. I'm like, hold on. Is they multiplying on us? I'm like, oh, the lottery. That's why I created this chart, y'all. This would make the lottery so out cold because they can bring any of these mother scrunching. I can tell all y'all to play this 8-6 pair. They can bring a 9-5 pair. This is the same family. Just like what happened today. I gave y'all the 6-7, but they gave us a 4-9-7. That 4-9 is a 6-7. Look at that 4-9. That 4-9 is a 6. So when I gave y'all the 6-7 pair today, I know what happened, but I can't keep coming on here telling you, hey, y'all, they switched the numbers on us. They cheated. No, we got to take that L. Like today when I say, hey, y'all, we go take a gamble on a 6-7. I wasn't strong with that. The first word I said was, we going to take a gamble. I wasn't strong with that. We just took a gamble, y'all. A little couple of dollars, 50-cent box. We didn't say we was going to wheel that mother scruncher 10 times. I already know when I go live, I kind of know my chances. I've been doing this shit too long, y'all. I know they watch my page. This ain't brand new. I know they watch my page, my friends. But that's because they watching my page. I can't come on here and say, hey, y'all, they cheated. No, we gonna continue doing what we doing, my friends. That's why we play offense and defense. I got an F in midday, evening. 12, take away 4, is 8. That's why with this 932, that's why the next day they got 884. And then the second day they got 184. And then 874 in 4 days. Y'all get me? 884, 184, and 874. Y'all get where I'm coming from. We got to keep here. That's why we got them 8-4. That 12 triggered that 4-8. That 12, look, that 12 triggered that 4-8. Are y'all following me? Y'all know how they say a series could bring a series, a 12 could bring a 12 pair. But we not taking the guess. We getting the right pair that's supposed to come to our state when we do this particular pattern, y'all, because we breaking inside this number and it's telling us a story. Are y'all following me? Please tell me yes, y'all got this. Look, I'm about to go stroll back up. Hold on, I'm about to stroll back up. Look. Oh yeah, hell yeah, Hus. I'm looking at y'all coming. Hell yeah, y'all are gangs. Kibo, even the DJL. What up with you? Oh, where you at? Oh, it stopped. It is. Oh, you said, oh, it's there. Oh, you got it. You have it. Oh, you said it didn't start. Oh, loud. Hey, you must have did something. So you must have raising that engine. Yeah. Raising that engine too hard. Or, but you said you about to go start it right, see if it start. Oh, you said it did start. Dang. Hell no shit. All right, I'll get with you. All right. Hey, can't be helping people though. The cars is a mother scruncher. So look, y'all. So look, okay, somebody gave me 946, and then somebody else. The first person gave me 946, then the second person gave me 965. I'm gonna give y'all another example. And then this is pattern 1. I'm gonna do pattern 2 for y'all. But I'm just giving y'all a good understanding, my friend. This is when the 9 is in the front. When the 9 is in the front, y'all. When the 9 is in the front, but I'm quite sure y'all might can try any number, y'all. I call this the doo-doo brown. So y'all notice when we color the doo-doo brown is trying to tell us what? The doo-doo brown is telling us a 15 could bring a 15 pair. Just like the doo-doo brown 16. For example, the doo-doo brown 16 said it can bring one of these numbers. So we had to figure out which one. And it brought the A2 pair. Are y'all with me? So right here, doo-doo brown is 12. That doo-doo brown triggered that 4-8. Are y'all with me? So here go another example. Somebody gave me 965. So we looking at that doo-doo brown 15. So that 15 could bring one of these mother scrunches. Do we agree? So it's up to us to do our homework to see which one of these mother scrunches is going to come. Are y'all with me? Y'all can't tell me this not flawless. And I'm not calling y'all slow, but we going over this multiple times, y'all. Are y'all with me? We gonna make sure I'm gonna start this in y'all brain. I'm a wonderful teacher, y'all. Just when y'all do pattern 1, just think about the doo-doo brown. Y'all don't have to get no brown, but I call this the doo-doo brown. So we need a 15 pair. Six plus 1 equals. We already know when we do 6 plus 1, we already know that's the right answer. And then what we gonna do? 15 take away 7 is what? Y'all get me? If this was a real number, we'd be waiting for 7, 8. Because that 15 flipped into that 15. Y'all want to see something else? But this might not be accurate though. Watch this. I'm about to use y'all. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. So y'all see these two numbers? Y'all see this number and this number? I just need one single number, y'all. What's 7 plus 8? I just need the last number. What's 7 plus 8? Thank you, Miss Shauna. Thank you, Miss Tony. Appreciate everybody. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? They got it twice. Because 25 mean comeback, don't it? Don't that mean comeback? Watch this, y'all. I can back that up. It's like I'm going to all my notes backing it up. What that mean? What that mean, y'all? Ooh-wee. He got notes for days. We has had these notes for days. So watch this, y'all. What's 3 plus 4? If we can do 7 plus 8 is 15, which is a 5. What's 3 plus 4? What's 3 plus 4? See, this might not be accurate like this all the way, y'all. Look how they got all 3 numbers. Man, that's nasty as hell, ain't it, y'all? Man, that's nasty, ain't it, y'all? But see, we let's not get caught up on getting that 3rd number that way. Are y'all with me? But we have to practice, y'all. Because we playing, this is straight offense. So we was to come right here, we're going to do the same thing we did right here, right? All I'm going to say is 6 plus 7 is 13. But we still have to be cautious. We just got to think about the pairs. A 16 could bring a 16 pair. A 16 could bring a 16 pair. A 12 could bring a 12 pair. A 15 could bring a 15 pair. See, that 3rd number, I might look somewhere else, y'all. This pattern 1. Let's move on, y'all. This is pattern 1. Doo-doo brown. Let's do pattern 2. On these same numbers. This is the number y'all gave me for example. Plus, minus, plus. Triple ones. 10. 1. 7. This particular one, the last number, the top, the last number to the bottom, they go tell a story. 2 different patterns, y'all. This the doo-doo brown. We're not using a 6 and a 7. This pattern 1, we're using doo-doo brown. Pattern 2, we're using a 6 and a 7. So let me put this in the forecast. 9, 46, plus, minus, plus. 10, 3, 7. Burpee Yoga, what's up, man? We got the same numbers. So the first step with pattern 2. Six plus 7. 6 plus 7 is 13. So let me get another example too. Put the triple ones. 9 plus 1 is 10. 3 take away 1 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. First step, money green. The last number to the top, the last number to the bottom. We call this the money green. Know the difference between the money green and the doo-doo brown. 2 different patterns, y'all. Money green is in 2. Doo-doo brown is pattern 1. Two plus 3 is 5. Well, we're going to turn that to a 15, y'all. So the first step, we're going to do this, y'all. When we do this pattern, when we do this, we know a 6 and a 7 is a 13, y'all. So when we do this, we know a 6 and a 7 can flip it to an 8, 5, or a 9, 4. Are y'all with me? Look at the chart. A 6, 7 can flip it to an 8, 5, or a 9, 4. It flipped it to both of them. It brought the 4, 9 and the 8, 5. But it's our job to figure out which one they go bring. We don't want to play both of them unless both of them in the forecast. Same right here. Instead of saying 5, we turn that to a 15. 9, 6, 8, 7. That's why they got this. Look at the 17. 17 is a 9, 8. But let me keep going, y'all. So the first step, we need a 13, y'all. The first step, we looking for a 13. So the first step we're going to do is this, y'all. Y'all see this number right here? Yeah, it's supposed to look hard, y'all, but I'm doing all the hard work. I'm the one breaking inside this, showing y'all what to do. What's up, Buddha? Buddha. Hey, y'all, what's 6 plus 3? What's 6 plus 3? Six plus 3. I'm going to do the same thing down here. 6 plus 3 equals 9. So we already said we're looking for a 13 pair, right? This is pattern 2. What we looking for? You see how they got that 9, 4? They got 749 the next day, y'all. So right here, they got 749 the next day. You see how that 13 brought a 13 pair? Watch this, y'all. What's 13 take away 9? 13 take away 9 is 4. This is amazing, huh, y'all? How I'm doing math breaking inside the lottery number. That's why they got that 9-4 pair. Me too, Boot. I'm about to leave in a minute, too. I got to get up early. Y'all see that? Now watch this. Let's do Simon Says right here. Because we're looking for a 13 pair. Now we're looking for a 15 pair. A 15 pair could bring a 9, 6, or 8, 7. I don't want to play both of them. I want the right answer. So what we gonna do first, y'all? If we said 6 plus 3 is 9, what we gonna do right here? What's the two numbers we add up? I'm gonna see if y'all on the right track. If I did 6 plus 3, what I do right here? There y'all go. There y'all go. There y'all go. I like that. There y'all go. I like that. I like that. Oh, y'all like that. Let's do it, y'all. 2 plus 5 equals 7. So y'all know that the next step, we said 13, take away the right. Here go the right answer. So we automatically know this is the right answer. Let's circle the right answer flat out. Let's start up. We're going to circle that. Then the next step, we had to say 13, take away 9. That's how we got the next answer. So that means we got to do something to get the next answer. That means we got to do what? 15, take away 7. So let's see what happened after that 932. After that 932, look what happened in 3 days. They got 9, 7, 8. Look, y'all. Look, it's not my fault it came in 3 days. Y'all got to beat the lottery system up. We did our homework. It came in 3 days. 9, 7, 8. In 4 days, we got 8, 7, 4. Y'all see that? And I already got the third number, y'all. Look, I already had the third number. I got this 9 and that 6. Watch this. Watch this. A 6 and a number 9. What's a 6 and a 9? 6 plus 9 is 15, which is a 5. And 16 take away 9 is a 7. Here go the second answer right here. 9, 4 with the 7 or 9, 4 with the 5. They got the 9, 4 with the 7. I'm out cold with these numbers. All I did was broke inside that 69. Watch this. I'm going to do the same thing. If I can break inside that 69, I should be able to break inside that 7, that 2, 7. So what's a 2, 7, Wiz? If you subtract, that's a 5. If you add 2 plus 7, that's a 9. Then we say 2 times 7, that's a 14. Look at the answer. 7, 8 with the 5, 7, 8 with the 9, or 7, 8 with the 4. That's why they got both of those mother scrunchies. Y'all can't tell me I'm not all cold with these numbers, y'all. Look at this. You see how we got the third number? Y'all see that, my friends? That's nasty, ain't it, y'all? Nasty as hell, huh? I know I was moving fast, but we got the third number by breaking inside that 2 and that 7. We got the third number for breaking inside that 6 and that number 9. So watch this, y'all. Y'all gave me this number for example. So let me apply 926 to 946. Let me apply 932 to 946. Because both of these doing the same thing. So we're going to do Simon Says. Whatever we did right here, we're going to do it to that number. Don't that make hella sense? Thank you, really real. What's up, Jacob? Are y'all with me? Now let's do Simon Says. The first thing we did was what? We added 6 plus 7 was 13. 2 plus 5. 2 plus 3 was 5, which we got to make it a 15. 6 plus 7 is 13. See, this the same answer, y'all. This the same thing. So Ty said South Carolina got 964. So Ty, y'all have some homework today, bro. Y'all give me? Y'all give me? Y'all don't have to play it, my friend. All we doing is researching, y'all. So I'm about to put another number. Watch this. And I still look at the draw tomorrow, but I told y'all in the morning I'm gonna do my workout. And then I'm gonna talk about the lottery tomorrow. What's up, Miss Carol? What's up, Miss Carol? Miss Carol, give me a 3-digit with a number 9 in the front. Miss Carol, give me a 3-digit with a number 9 in the front. Just give me any type of 3-digit with a number 9 in the front. P. Rod just said it worked in North Carolina with the 961 too. All right. Miss Carol, let me get another one. It's too close to this one. Give me another one, Miss Carol.
Switch to TurboTax full service. You'll be matched with a TurboTax.
Because I kind of know what I already know what that's going to bring. I want to see something different. No doubles. She got 980. 980. So we call this the 9 in the front. All I'm going to do is put them in it. I'm going to put 980. I'm going to add, subtract, and add. I'm going to put my triple ones in the forecast. I'm going to put my triple ones in the forecast. Bam. So the first thing, 9 plus 1 is 10. 8 take away 1 is 7. 0 plus 1 is 1. Are y'all with me? So the first step is this, y'all. This is pattern 1. We didn't do the doo-doo brown. This is pattern 1, y'all. This is not the doo-doo brown. So the first step we're going to do, 0 plus 1 is 1. Oh, this is tricky. Oh, this tricky. This is tricky. Let me do this. Tricky. Hold on, y'all. So hold on. So look, hey, Miss Carol, y'all, hold on. Do y'all see P-Rock comment? Look at P-Rock. P-Rock said 961 gave 3 8 pair and the 4-9 pair. Is this true? And we got, he said, and y'all got 389 with pattern 1, and then you said y'all got 894 with pattern 2. Is this accurate? Let me know if this accurate, bro. Is this what you saying? P-Rock, this what you saying, right? P-Rock said yes. I'm about to check you out. Let me 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 check you out. Because we're in Ohio. And look what's going on. Let me check you out. Look, this say Ohio, y'all. Let's check P-Rock. Don't get nervous neither, bro. You do this. This what you do. This what you do. Don't get nervous. This what you do. Let's see what bro talking about. Let's see the bro make some noise. Oh, bro made a little noise. Bro made it. Look at that. Bro made a little noise. Look at that, Ohio. Look at that 961. One. Look at that in 2 days, bro. Look at that 843. Bro, you know what you talking about. Hey, bro, look at this, bro. Hey, y'all, checkmate, class over with. Bro, good job. Pat yourself on the back, bro. And look at this. Look. 1, 2, in 3 days, they got 649. Man, I love this. I love this, y'all. I love this. Bro on point. This say Ohio. All day, every day, Miss Carey. That's the same number. Because all they did was watch this. They telling 2 different stories. What you mean, D-Wiz? What if I do that 109 flip game with that number 9? What that 9 flipping to? That 9 flipping to a 1 or a 0. All I do is bring that 61 down. All I do is bring that 61 down. Now watch this. What if I do the same pattern with the number 1? What if I flip that 1 to a what? I flip that 1 to a 0 and a 9. All I do is bring that 9-6 pair down, that 9-6 pair down. Look at these stories. Look at that. That's letting you know that the 061 is a 961 is a 061. A 961 is a 161. A 961 is a 691. I know y'all, I really do this, y'all. For real, I do this. Good job, Miss Carol. I know that's nasty in it, y'all. Yeah, good job, P-Rock. Look at that. 2 different stories. Good job, P-Rock. Y'all know how they watch this, y'all. Look at that number 8 and look at that number 6. Y'all know why? Because watch this, y'all. That 6, that 14 take away 8 is 6. They nasty, huh, y'all? Look at this number right here, y'all. See, some of y'all be like, man, that 9 flipping mirror to that 4. That's not what happened. Because I'm looking at 13 take away 9 is 4. I'm looking at 14. Watch this, y'all. The 9 is the king. The 9 the king. Same family. Some of y'all, man, they flipped that 9 to that 4. That's not how they got that. But I want to share something with y'all. Hold on. So this didn't hit. Oh no, this pattern too. So that didn't hit neither. So that didn't hit. So they brought an A2 in a different language. The one at the end turned into the 9, the 0. Yeah. And then by looking at this, y'all, watch this. Look, I'm about to go, y'all. Look. Y'all see this? Look, 9 take away 6 equals 3. 9 take away 1 equals 8. Y'all see that? That's how we got that 3-8 too. That's how they got the 3-8. That's how they got the 3-8. Ain't this basic math, y'all? 9 take away 6 is 3. 9 take away 1. Heck yeah. It's crazy though. All right, y'all, I'm about to go, y'all. Did somebody get triples today? No? No triples? So nobody got triples today. Somebody can get triples tomorrow. So Miss K, I went on Facebook and I'm seeing Brooklyn arguing with some lady. Do y'all know so Miss K? Brooklyn was arguing with somebody. He kicked somebody out of his group. He kicked the young lady and saying this young lady was selling numbers. I'm like, man, how they all them beefing one another and they still all of them on the wrong track. Soon as I get on Facebook, that's all I see is what? I'm looking at all these lottery guys. A new guy, somebody asked me about, do I know a guy named Rain Man? Look at this. I done delete this. This somebody from Michigan getting money on a daily. I done hit this channel, y'all. Look at this. I done hit this channel. Why is it still showing up? I done hit this mother scruncher, y'all. Y'all get where I'm coming from? I'm looking at all these new lottery groups. What's going on, y'all? Look at this. How's they popping up? Cause I've been doing lottery. I'm seeing a lot of crazy little hookup. Oh, this is my uncle, y'all. Look at all this. All right, y'all, much love. Miss Carol, look at this. If somebody, look, this somebody rent, if they was renting out somebody's room, pick 3, that's $75 a month. Pick 4, $150. Pick 5, $250. Special today. Pick 3, $15. Pick 4, $25. Pressure applied. You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. Got to be kidding me. This my boy.
I am Gaddy.
All right, y'all. Much love. All right, y'all. Much love. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Wow, this January list, this January list represent today, this month. These numbers good for February. Hey y'all, these numbers are good for February. If y'all saw my list for February, January and February, the same numbers, y'all. Give much love to all y'all. Lottie Fee now, yeah, he think he on point too. Matter of fact, who is Brent registered? They mentioned his name as well too, Miss Carol. He mentioned his name as well. Hey y'all, look. Hey y'all, before y'all go, look. I gotta go. Damn, I have to go, y'all. Y'all want to see? Hold on, man. Y'all, hold on. Which one I want to go to? Damn. Teacher nothing up right here. So do y'all want to see the scripted Super Bowl? Yeah, my teacher fire, y'all. Damn, which one? The earthquake. It's supposed to be an earthquake or something. Super Bowl. Damn, which one y'all want to listen to, y'all? It's supposed to be a bomb or something. Damn, which one?
Walking alone at night? Feel unsafe? Watch this. Meet the Vlime Triple Shock, the compact self-defense tool packing a massive 28 million volts of stopping power. Instant reaction at the press of a button.
Welcome back, True Seeker. A few days ago, we talked about what we always talk about on Jackie Robinson Day.
42.
Dead black celebrities. That happens every single year, and we're calling it out before the day. Welcome. Began in Kansas City. But what I want to start with is this clip that King Richard TV found of Damon Wilson talking about the Jesuits. This interview is from May of 2024, and it's when the Cat Williams thing was viral. Remember, Cat Williams was saying 201 this, 201 that, talking about homosexuality in the industry and this type of thing, and why he doesn't want to play the roles of men dressed up as women. If you guys missed that at the time, our community was locked in because they noticed he kept referencing 201, which is a very special number to the Jesuits. So in this interview, Damon Wilson's being asked about all that, and you're going to see, he says, well, I don't really get caught up with all this. I focus on what the real enemy of humanity is, and let's hear him in his own words here, and then we'll again revisit what just happened with his passing, because as we talked about, he just died at 79 days after the leader of the Jesuit order's birthday. So let's take a listen. You guys let me know in the chat if the audio's good, and then we'll go through the rest of this. All right, here we go.
So there was only a dozen of us out there, and there was not going to be any squabbling with a dozen people. I mean, it wasn't that many of us.
So the only reason why I asked that because Cat was on Shannon Sharp, and people made a big deal about why is Cat going?
Welcome back, True Seeker. Super Bowl 60 comes in 4 days, and there's a lot of fours on this game. The spread's 4.5. Mike Vrabel trying to win his 4th Super Bowl. It's the first time in the modern era that two teams are ranked in the top 4 in offense and defense. You might recall when Kobe died, I taught you where the number 4 relates to the number 60. I talked about what a powerful pairing it was and what it had to do with Moses Malone dying at 64 years before Kobe. You might recall he died 213 days before Kobe's last game in the 2-1-3. Of course, he was the first player drafted out of high school by Utah, who Kobe finished his career against. But yeah, here we are again years later, and they're really putting the 4 and the 60 together. And the final 4 coaches. Did you notice? By the way, before I go any further, I am going to be sending $60 Cash Apps, PayPals, Venmos, maybe even Zells, even though I struggle with Zelle. It's hard for me. It's easier for me with those other ones. I will be sending $60 for every call into this stream of proof that the NFL isn't a totally rigged spectacle. If you are skeptical, you must not have been here for the last 13 years. We've absolutely torched the rigged NFL. Doing it again this year. But anyway, again, every year, the NFL, they pay tribute to the WWE every single year. And so often at the end of the game, you can see the Super Bowl hoisting up a WWE belt. They always say they're going to Disneyland. Look at this, you guys. The final 4 coaches in the AFC, it was Sean Payton versus Mike Vrabel. It was Sean versus Mike. And in the NFC, it was Sean McVay versus Mike McDonald. And by the way, Mike McDonald, the coach of the Seahawks, is from Boston. Reminds me of Matt Ryan, who went to Boston College. But again, it was Sean versus Mike. And one of the greatest wrestling stars of all time is Shawn Michaels, who just happens to be 60 years old for the season of Super Bowl 60. And one of his most remembered moments is winning the Royal Rumble in 96 in a 60-minute bout. Shawn Michaels, the plural. Michaels, the plural. Now we have Mike McDonald, the Seahawks coach, versus Mike Vrabel, the Patriots coach. And you might recall that before the conference championships were played, the news broke that Mike McCarthy, who's from Pittsburgh, who used to coach the Packers and last the Cowboys, Mike McCarthy had agreed to become the coach of the Steelers. Mike McCarthy. Do you know when the last time there was a Super Bowl between two Mikes was? It was the Super Bowl between the Packers and Steelers, where Rodgers won his only Super Bowl. And, of course, Rodgers was with the Packers then. This past year, he played for the Steelers. He's also from the Bay Area, who's hosting the Super Bowl like Brady. But, yeah, it was Mike Tomlin versus Mike McCarthy, okay? This is the kind of stuff they do every single year, and it's almost like they're thumbing their nose at the fans, expecting them not to see the obvious jokes.
Right.
Why did they have to announce the Mike McCarthy story? They didn't even sign on the paper that he'd become just a verbal agreement, but they had to put it out there. It was a clue for the fix. And it's just like when it comes to the market or anything else. There's insider trading, and oftentimes that information's put out in code. It's put out in code for knowing eyes. You know? It's just like if you're walking through a city, there's graffiti all over that means things, but you don't know what it means because you don't know the code. You don't know the symbol. It doesn't mean anything to you. It's for knowing eyes. Sometimes it means you better not sell any drugs on this corner or you're going to end up in the obituaries. This is our corner. This is our corner. Again, it's the same thing all throughout this world. And that's why they say knowledge is power. The more knowledge you have, the better the place you're in, and the more you can take advantage of the things this world offers, including the National Fixed League. So, again, we're putting it out there. $60 for any proof, per proof. And you know what? If you can call in and give me 5 proofs that the NFL isn't fixed, we'll do $60 per proof. So, again, I don't think I'm going to have to pay out any money, though, because what proof is there that this league isn't rigged? What proof is there? The whole league is a joke. The whole league is a joke. But for anyone who thinks it's not rigged, you should be able to call in and prove it. Prove how this is all just some coincidence with Shawn Michaels, with what they're doing. It's mockery. It's mockery. Do you know what 2 teams had 60-1 odds to win the Super Bowl this year at the start of the year? The Patriots and the Seahawks. 60-1. And again, every year they put out puzzles, and when you solve the puzzle, you can claim the big cash prize. This year we had the clues, but I fumbled the clues this year. For example, I knew that Pete Carroll's hire by the Raiders was a Super Bowl clue, but I knew the Raiders weren't going to the Super Bowl. In hindsight, it all makes perfect sense. And just to make a point, again, it comes down to the same numbers every year. Pete Carroll, if you don't know, he used to coach the Jets, who Sam Darnold started with. Then he coached the Patriots, and then he coached the Seahawks. And here, take a look at this. For years, I taught you guys about this number, 131 in championships, especially with the Super Bowl. Super Bowl equals 131. Pete Carroll was hired by the Raiders 131 days after his birthday. Now, think about who's part owner of the Raiders. Tom Brady. Who did the Patriots start their season against this year? Do you remember? They didn't look too good week 1. The NFL really hyped up the Patriots in the offseason. If you watched ESPN, they were super hyping up the Patriots. The Vrabel was going to have the team right this year. And then they came out and laid a big fat egg at home versus the Raiders. The Raiders, who could hardly win a game this year, came out and beat the Patriots 20-13. Tom's team. For the record, Tom equals 33, like you get 33 points in the game. 20-13. And, you know, Tom, it all started with the Raiders in the playoffs with the whole Tuck rule game, one of the most controversial calls in NFL history. Up until that moment, every NFL fan had seen that play 1,000 times, and it was always a fumble until that year. Now they found a new wrinkle in the rule book. Oh, actually, that's the Tuck rule, so it's not a turnover, and the Patriots get to keep the ball. That's how Brady's whole career is, just a complete joke. A complete joke. Should have been game over. No Super Bowl for the Patriots that year. Again, just go through Brady's whole career. The whole thing's a joke.
Yeah.
Guy with 0 athleticism is considered the GOAT in the NFL. And you guys, don't forget the GOAT ritual. I mean, we gave you both winners for free that year before the season even began in May. Or the year so 55, we explained to you why Brady was going to beat baby GOAT Mahomes. But you see how GOAT's 43, like Brady went down to Florida at age 43 and won the Super Bowl. GOAT 43 stands for greatest of all time, 188. Go back and run the tape. I gave it to you guys for free before the Super Bowl. Super Bowl 55 was 188 days after Brady's 43rd birthday. That's how scripted Brady's career is.
Yeah.
And was. And still is. They're still scripting the games around Brady.
Viagra and Cialis, they increase blood flow down there. That's why you can physically perform, but they do nothing for
So, anyway, that was a big clue. The Patriots opening the year versus the Raiders, who play in the AFC West, just like the Seahawks used to play in the AFC West. You might recall Bo Jackson's career ended against the Seahawks. Bo Jackson, the Raiders star. If you grew up in my day, Tech Mobile was the game, but you were a loser if you picked the Raiders because they were impossible to beat because nobody could tackle Bo Jackson. But yeah, the next week, the Patriots come back
Zachary Herbert.
33.
Gematria. This is channel.
Anyway, that was a major clue. And the whole season is a script. And to remind you about how scripted the season is, the Patriots just picked up the 131st road win of the entire season in the AFC Championship, beating Denver. Okay? If you're new here, these are the 4 values of Super Bowl. Super Bowl is 131 with the most simple cipher, just turning the letters into numbers using the alphabetic order. A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, up to Z is 26. If you apply numerology, Super Bowl is 41. Last week, some people might have thought, man, it doesn't look good for the Patriots. Drake May only has 41 yards at the half. Not our community. We knew that was time to double down on the Patriots advancing to the Super Bowl, who we already liked for all kinds of reasons. Case in point, they picked up their 40th postseason win all time last week, beating the Broncos, which equals 40. Did Drake May have 86 passing yards last week for the game? Let me double check that. I know they had 206 total yards as a team. Signed that Seattle, the 206, was going to win the next game, but let me go back and double check. I think he did have.
Gematria, fire, y'all. This fire.
I think he did have 86 yards on the game. I know what Stidham had. Yeah, look at that. Drake May had 86 yards for the game versus the Broncos as the Patriots picked up their 40th postseason win. Okay.
Y'all see that?
And remember, Stidham was the 133rd pick of the draft by the Patriots, and last week's game was 133 days after the Pope's birthday, which is also 19 weeks, like how Seattle improved to 19 and 19 in the postseason, and now the last 3 times there's been a new Pope, Seattle has gone to the Super Bowl in that year. Notice also the 107, that was another clue Seattle would win the game because in the game prior, the first game, the AFC Championship, the Patriots won 10-7. Beating Stidham, who hadn't started since October 7th, 107 weeks earlier. He hadn't thrown a
Look at
touchdown
Seattle
since October
quarterback,
7th.
28 years
and his
old.
first and only touchdown was to Cortland Sutton, 107 days after Sutton's birthday.
44.
Do you see how Seattle's
killed.
also 82? Like New England Patriots is 82? Like how the Super Bowl, the majority of the world writes the date 8th of February, 8-2.
Yeah.
And we just saw poor Kevin Johnson drafted by the Patriots. 86th overall, killed before the AFC Championship, 82 days after his birthday.
Appreciate you, Mr. Catherine.
Found murdered. So, again, I mean, just all the little clues. I mean, how many times have I talked about the only time the Seahawks won the Super Bowl, they had Russell Wilson had 206 passing yards in the game. And then they had to tell you at the end of the Patriots game, they had 206 net yards offense. That's the 65 yards for May after his sacks and the 141 rushing. 206 yards before the 206 wins the game. Area codes, they're huge. I mean, it's just like the week that Cleveland beat Pittsburgh at the end of the season. We love that. Cleveland became 4-12. Pittsburgh's the 4-1-2 area code. I just wonder how the Steelers fans don't look at each other and go, wait a minute. They just became 4-12 against us? So they can double check their cell phone to make sure they know their area code? Wait a minute. Again, this stuff's going on all the time. There's been so many 6-1-2 rituals, for example, in Minneapolis sports history. It's ridiculous. Minneapolis is the 6-1-2. It's ridiculous. Do you see how even Drake May, who had 41 yards at the half, had a 4.1 average for the game? I mean, this stuff is straight up mockery. The fact that Stidham would finish on 133 yards when he was the 133rd pick of the draft by New England, I mean, give me a break. Bo Nix out with a fake injury. It's worse than the WWE. If you're going to call in and tell me the NFL is worse than the WWE, I mean, then you'd be onto something because you'd be right. The WWE at least admits it's rigged. Now, granted, we have people like Larry Johnson, the former NFL leading rusher, who did an interview with yours truly back in 2020. It's funny, when I did that interview with him, he gave me props and said I had inspired him and he was going to start a podcast at the time. He did start a podcast where he now does his own Gematria Decodes. If you didn't know that, one of the NFL's greatest players of all time, Larry Johnson, now does NFL Gematria Decodes and talks about how rigged the games are. But if you go back and listen to my interview with him, he didn't want to admit that the NFL was rigged that night. Anyway, we might have to re-collab with Larry Johnson. But yeah, I mean, we could go through a million things here about how fixed it all is. Let me check the box score. Let me show you a couple more things. Here. All right, we're going to pull up Football Reference. I'm going to go to both coaches. First, we'll go to Vrabel, the Battle of the Mikes in the Shawn Michaels Bowl. Today's 174 days after his birthday. So that means the Super Bowl will be 178 days after his birthday, which also means it'll be the 179th day of his age. And the thing about 179 is it is the 41st prime number. 179, the 41st prime. Okay?
That's the sound of an American oil company hard at work. Want to be a part of it?
How long is this video?
Hello, my name is Adam Ferrari, and I'm
tired.
Again, the Patriots just picked up the 131st road win of the year. And just to understand how scripted the whole season was, when they picked up the 131st road win, the Broncos kept home teams on 151 wins for the year.
That's
Denver, Colorado, 151. Think about that. That's how scripted the whole league is. I'm talking about the entire season record, home and away records for the whole season. Denver kept home teams on 151 wins. Denver, Colorado also equals 227, the 49th prime, which was a little preview that we were getting a rematch of Super Bowl 49.
This all told, I gotta go, y'all.
Welcome back, True Seeker. Earlier this week,
Right here, I want to
the
go.
Bay Area experienced a smaller earthquake of 4.2. It was felt at Levi's Stadium, which will host Super Bowl 60 this coming Sunday. It's interesting, if you read the article about the earthquake, they mention the last time an earthquake was felt at the stadium was the year of the 2014-15 NFL season, which ended with the Super Bowl of Patriots beating the Seahawks at the goal line. It's where Marshawn Lynch, Bay Area native, didn't get the ball. But they point out that that game experienced a 6.0 magnitude earthquake. The game,
Yeah, this is the last one right
the
here,
earthquake
y'all.
happened before the 49ers and Chargers played in the preseason
Y'all miss
of
Carol.
that season. And of course, Harbaugh, the current coach of the Chargers, used to be the 49ers coach. And of course, he won 49 games in the time he was the 49ers coach. And again, we're getting a rematch of Super Bowl 49. But I want to show you some other interesting things because we're at the tail end of the year of the snake. In 1989, you had the World Series earthquake between the San Francisco Giants and Oakland Athletics. Of course, the Athletics are leaving the Bay this year for Vegas. But that earthquake was also in the year of the snake, and there's something else that's really interesting about it. So, by the way, this earthquake's epicenter was in San Ramon, which equals 49, like the 49ers are hosting. By the way, Super Bowl equals 49, so does NFL. Again, a rematch of Super Bowl 49 is Super Bowl 60. And yeah, they compared this to the time there was a 6.0 earthquake, again, before a 49ers-Chargers game. Of course, the 49ers, the last Super Bowl they ever won was over the Chargers, and they won with 49 points. So yeah, it says, the start of the Super Bowl week came with an unexpected surprise on Monday morning. By the way, that was the anniversary of the Seahawks winning Super Bowl 48, February 2nd. On Monday morning, when an earthquake hit the Bay Area, the 4.2 magnitude quake had an epicenter just south of San Ramon, California, according to the United States Geological Survey. The earthquake was strong enough that it was felt throughout the Bay Area from Oakland to San Francisco, all the way down to Santa Clara, which is where Super Bowl 60 will be played
4-2-1.
February 8th.
This number was traveling.
When you put a big event in the Bay Area, there's always a chance that it could be hit by an earthquake, and that's exactly what happened here. The 4.2 earthquake hit at 7:01 a.m. Pacific time. Now, what's interesting is that's the 421st minute of the day, which is the 82nd prime number. New England Patriots equals 82, as does Seattle. You might recall Kevin Johnson, who was drafted by the Patriots, was murdered recently, 82 days after his birthday.
Wow.
Again, the day of the Super Bowl can be written 8/2. What a script. Again, the 4.2 earthquake hit at 7:01 1 a.m. local time, and it was part of a string of earthquakes that hit during a roughly 30-minute span on Monday. The first earthquake, which came in at a 3.8. Remember, gold equals 38. 49ers hosted the golden anniversary of the Super Bowl. The last one they had, Super Bowl 50, which was on the 38th day of the year and won by the 38th state, as number 18 rode off into the sunset 18 years after his career began. Don't forget, the Niners won the first ever Super Bowl, Super Bowl 16, on the anniversary of the gold rush beginning with number 16, Joe Montana, and gold also equals 16 in gematria as well as 38. Joe Montana, and gold also equals 16 in gematria as well as 38. Came in at a 3.8 around 6:27 a.m. 2 minutes later, the same area was hit by a 3.3 on the 33rd day of the year. That quake was followed by a swarm of 20 smaller earthquakes, according to the USGS. So the biggest one was the 4.2, which got the headline.
42.
The quakes were big enough that the Bay Area's train system, the BART, had to start running its trains at reduced speed so that the BART employees could conduct inspections of the tracks. Now, the 1989 World Series earthquake happened on October 17th. And noteworthy date because it's the day leaving 75 days left in the year. There's something big about the Bay Area in 75. The Niners, the last time they won the Super Bowl, that was the 75th NFL season. The Warriors won the 75th anniversary season, beating Boston in 2022, improving to 7-5 in the NBA Finals. But yeah, in this case, the Patriots right now are 6-5 in Super Bowls, for the record. But anyway, from the anniversary of the 1989 World Series earthquake to the day of this earthquake, right before the Super Bowl, 108 days later, and we've talked about this many a times, 108 is a very special number. In the Super Bowl, each team gets 108 game balls. On a baseball, there's 108 double stitches. Again, in gematria, Major League equals 108, so does geometry. And funny enough, geometry equals 108 when you run the alphabetic order forwards and backwards, a number with perfect symmetry. Again, this is a spiritual number. It's connected to everything from Catholicism to yoga sun salutations. And remember, there's a relationship with the moon, the earth, and the sun in 108. The diameter of the sun is 108 earths, and from the earth to the sun is the sun's diameter 108 times, and the diameter of the moon from the moon to the earth, it's 108 moons in terms of diameter. So yeah, the article goes on. It's not clear if the Seahawks and Patriots felt any of the jolts that rocked the Bay Area on Monday morning, but many around them did. Both teams arrived in the Bay Area on Sunday, but they're not staying in San Francisco. The Patriots are staying at a hotel in Santa Clara, while the Seahawks are staying at a hotel in San Jose. Both hotels are located about 35 miles from the epicenter. Again, funny number. The first ever Super Bowl was won with 35 points. That was Packers over Chiefs. Of course, in gematria, football equals 35, as does Super Bowl, as does Tom Brady, the winningest QB of all time, who's from the Bay Area, who won the majority of them with the Patriots. It goes on. Both hotels are located about 35 miles from the epicenter of the biggest earthquake that hit, so it's certainly possible that the players could have felt something. There's a good chance that they'll be asked about it at Super Bowl, the opening night on Monday. With so many earthquakes hitting the Bay Area, so the Super Bowl opening night for the week ahead was the day of the earthquake. With so many earthquakes hitting the Bay Area, it will be certainly interesting to see if we get one on Super Bowl Sunday. The Bay Area was hit by a 6.0 earthquake in 2014, just hours before the 49ers were getting set to host a preseason game at Levi's Stadium. And despite the monstrous jolt, the game was still played. Due to the location of Levi's Stadium, it would likely take a gigantic earthquake on game day for the NFL to even think about postponing the Super Bowl. So yeah, quite interesting. Again, they got to mention the 6.0 for Super Bowl 60. And again, that was the season where we had Super Bowl 49. which was Patriots over Seahawks at the goal line because Marshawn Lynch didn't get the ball, who's from the Bay Area. And don't forget all the other jokes, the whole thing about the Pope, and every time we get a new Pope in recent years, Seattle's in the Super Bowl. Remember when the Seahawks lost Super Bowl 49 to the Patriots, it was Russell Wilson's 21st pass that got picked off by number 21 on the down 2nd and 1 on the day 2-1 in Brady's 21st postseason game.
Wow.
This time we have the number 2 Patriots versus the number 1 Seahawks 21 weeks after the Pope's birthday.
Wow.
And on and on and on. You guys should measure from Malcolm Butler's birthday to Super Bowl 49. You'll get a good laugh. Don't forget the coach of the Seahawks is from Boston. It's 227 days after his birthday, the Super Bowl, which is the 49th prime. And just the jokes are endless in the National Fixed League. And like I've always told you guys, I mean, this is the
National
first time we
Fixed
talked about
League
earthquakes and a Rick Sports match. Still remember when Mayweather fought Pacquiao? There was a very rare earthquake in Michigan with the epicenter in Mayweather's hometown. Like, how don't people see this stuff? I mean, again, our military-industrial complex planting bombs in the ground to quake the ground before the big event as they do the military flyover with the roaring jets that even set off the Richter scales a little bit. Again, you guys, this nation's just one big military psyop, and the NFL's a major part of it. I remember growing up as a kid, I mean, all it was for advertising during NFL games was military, be all you can be, then some alcohol, and then some trucks. Maybe an occasional Coca-Cola in there, too. All right. Anyway, we'll leave it there for now, Truth Seeker. Till next time.
Snap your W-2 and file your taxes 100%.
All right, y'all, much
plus
love.
get your biggest refund. Roughly 37% of filers qualify.
Everything I learned about the lottery,
returns only. No
I just learned gematria first. Here's his channel, y'all, Zachary Herbert. All right, y'all. Yeah, much love, y'all. Yeah, much love to everybody. Peace out.